Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's start with the day 2 of the challenge. So, day 2 question is counter. So, let's go through the question first. Given an integer n, return a counter function. This counter function initially returns n and then returns 1 more than the previous value every subsequent time it is called. So, this will be giving n plus 1, n plus 2 and etc. Let's see about the example. N is equal to 10, then we call a function, then we call. So there are 3 times calling of a function, so it will be giving 10, 11, 12. Explanation will be counter first time will be giving you 10, the second time you are calling it will be returning 10 plus 1, and then again if you call it will be giving you 12, and if you call again it will be giving you 13. Okay, let's talk about the example number 2 where we have a negative value. So we also accept the negative value in this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times it's been called. So first time if we call it will give me -2, then -1, then 0, 1 and 2. Okay. So this is an example of a closure. So we can go through the what is closure and then we can have this easy example. Okay, so let's start with a definition. A closure is a combination of a function bundled together, enclosed with a references to its surrounding state, the lexical environment. Looks difficult, correct? But it's not. Let's see. So first question which is arriving is what is function bundling or a function bundled? So what are they? They are a function as a wrapper and there are multiple functions inside it. So let's see how it is. So it's a function. So let's call about a main function and there they will be having an inner function. So function inner function. Okay. So you can say this is as a function 1. Then you will be having some more functions. Okay. So check once again. A combination of a function bundled together. Are this function bundled together? Okay. So this is what we called a function bundled. Okay. Then the second thing is with the references of its surrounding state or a lexical environment. So second question is what is a lexical environment? So lexical environment is nothing but a variables which can be accessed locally as well as globally. So what are the global scoped? So global scoped are variables which are outside the functions. Let's say we have a const where v1. Let's call about a variable 1 which is a number. Okay. So with this can be accessed inside a main function. So we can console this inside a main function as well as we can console this inside a inner function. Okay. So this can be done. So this is what we called a surrounding state or a lexical environment. If you still have any doubts in this, so we will be going through more examples. These doubts will be cleared. Okay. So let's talk about a definition once again. A closure is a combination of a function bundled together with the references to its surrounding state, the lexical environment. Is it easy now? If you still have any doubts with the first definition, you can go with the second definition. So it says a closure gives you an access to an outer function scope from an inner function. Okay, so this we have already seen that we have a main function and there are inner functions. So inner functions has a access to the outer functions variable, as well as we have an access to a global variable. Let's talk about a closure example now. Let's talk about scopes first, lexical environment. So let's have a name, which is my first name, we can say, is equal to Prajakta. Okay, then we will be having a function. Let's take an arrow function, const main function, you can say. Okay, so here you can access first name, console.log. Okay, let's say it's a first name. Okay, so this is first name, we can access over here. Then talking about const, let's say we have a surname over here. Surname is equal to, I will go with my surname, that is last name, we can say. Okay, so this is a surname, so you will be having access inside this function. Okay, and let's say if we console this thing, first name and dollar second, sorry, surname. Okay, now we need to call this function. Let's call a main function. Okay, now I will be running this code. Yes, so first name is accessed inside the function and the surname is also accessed inside the function. Now let's talk about a greeting. Okay, now we will be having a function inside a function, that is a bundling of a function. Okay, so let's talk about a hello function. Hello function. Okay, and in that we will be doing a console log hello. Okay, let's take a constant. Then let's talk about a different function. Let's say about a good morning function. Okay, okay, let's say good morning function and it will be consoling log with good morning. Okay, okay. And then we will be returning this both the function so that we can access it outside. Okay, now let's see how we can access an hello function. Okay, so let's catch this in a variable. Let's call f as the variable and then we can call as f dot hello function. Okay, and after this we can call f dot good morning function. Okay, so what will be the output? So output will be the first name, then first name and last name, that is Prajakta and Prajakta Shirke. Then hello function we have called. Hello function, it will directly go into a hello function and call this. So this will give you an hello and then second function will give you a good morning. Okay, so let's try and run. See, we have Prajakta Shirke. Okay, and then after that we have a single hello and good morning function. Okay, so let's go again through a definition which we have seen. So there is a closure is a combination of a function, bundled together with a references to its surrounding state. This is the simplest way of working with the closure. Now let's talk about where you can use this closure. So closure is used in React.js as well for writing a custom hooks. So we have a custom hook with all the functions inside it and we return those functions. So this is how we return the functions. So this is how we create a hook, custom hook in a JS when we want to fetch a data from a URL. So we use it into function fetch over here, and then you have a URL, and then you are getting some data and you are storing it somewhere. Okay, or you are yes, let's say storing into and pushing into a data. So here you push your data in an array. So from where this array will be coming, so it can be through parameters. So there will be URL and also an array. Okay, so after this you can return an array from the function and you can console URL. So this is how you can use it in React.js also. So comment down below so where you have used closure in your projects. Yes. Now let's talk about this. Now over here, let's talk n is 10 and every time we need to add it. Okay, now let's talk about this. So if we return n plus plus, first time it will be returning an n which is 10 and then n will be incremented with 11. So as this is a local scope which is passing through a variable, so this will be calling as a 10, and each time if it's calling a counter function, counter is something which is this function. So because it's without a name, so it will be calling this function directly. If there was a name, so we have to go with counter dot name function and then we will be calling this. So like if we are having a name as a increment, so we would have called it like this. So this would be have a counter dot and then increment, then this. So because this is with a no name, so it's directly calling in this way. Okay, so this is done. Let's try it once. Yes, it's passed. Then let's submit it. Yes, this is also passed. Okay, so now let's try to optimize those things, or you can say we can go with an arrow function. So let's try to make it with an arrow function. Okay, so first of all, I will be optimizing this with an arrow function. So let's say this is there and I'm giving an arrow function. Okay, and return is there. But for one line, we can return directly. So no need of curly braces and a return statement. Is this okay? Let's try to run it. Great, it worked. Now, the second thing, we will be changing this function into an arrow function. It may happen that readability is minimum now, but let's try to make it into a one-liner because of arrow function. So let's see this. I have removed the function, added a arrow. Now I am removing this return statement and also the curly braces. So let's try and run this. Yes, it worked. Let's try it and submit it. Yes, it worked. Okay, this is the minimum one-liner solution for the counter, as well as we have seen with using a function keyword, and we also went through the closure concepts. So hope you like this video. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.